And we're going to start with the first one of today is actually a fully customizable DAO builder. It's XDAO. We have Egor and Suvar here, and I welcome XDAO to listen to their pitch and then invite them over to answer some questions.
Hello, Milkomeda. Today we'll take a look at our very cool project, XDAO. XDAO is DAO Builder. I am a Chief Technological Officer and co-founder at XDAO. My name is Igor Gavrilov. Today I want to say you some happy news. We completely integrated our product on Milkomeda blockchain. So we deployed all of the smart contracts and we launched our product on Milkomeda. And now you can create a DAO on Milkomeda. You can manage your funds collectively. You can vote with your friends, with your investors, with your family. So let's shortly look at our results. Now we are on 24 blockchains and we have about 100k monthly visitors. Just a couple less. We have a lot of subscribers in our social media. We got a lot of awards. We won a lot of hackathons. We got awards from Binance, Smart Chain, Near Foundation, Polygon, Tron, and of course, we received a grant from Milkomeda Foundation. That's happy news. And our main point today is to talk about DAO business on Milkomeda. So when you have a DAO is something like fund, or maybe something like traditional company transferred to a decentralized space. And you can do everything that you can do with traditional company, but in DeFi. I launched our application, connected my wallet, and I chose Milkomeda blockchain at bottom left corner, so we can see all the things. I have my account, my DAO tokens, my voting, the same as bank account, but in decentralized space with company management. Let's take a look at the process of DAO creation. Clicking on Create a DAO, choose a name, hello, DAO symbol, set up partners and shares, set up a quorum, and create a DAO. I already created my DAO on Milkomeda. This DAO is called Super Egor. And we can see all the information about this company, something like we created a page on Facebook, like something like Facebook or Twitter profile. But you can see not only the information about social media, about rules of this company, but you can see all the balances, all the quorum, and all the trades this company executed. So we can see voting. And I proposed to my company to create an LP token. So we can see this LP token with some rules to raise an investment round. We can see some features. These are rules of a company. And we can go to any module. We can interact with any module we provided to Milkomeda. And you can significantly increase your performance as a company manager using XDAO. First of all, when we are in DeFi space, the first thing you want to start with is an DApp integration. So when you have a DeFi project, DEX or maybe lending protocol, Launchpad and others, you want to connect your DAO to this project, and you're able to do it with Connect. So you can use Connect page, and you can use any decentralized application that supports Wallet Connect. And as an infrastructure project, we also want to bring some cool features, cool business features to Milkomeda blockchain. So we are able to set up a DAO for any DeFi project. We are able, and we want to. We want to distribute a DAO model. So you can vote with any token for DAOs. You can create a DAO with your community token or just a small portion of shares of your company. And you can quickly list your tokens of a DAO on any DEX. So you can go to a public market. And in this case, we hope that we will bring a lot of features to Milkomeda blockchain. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, we have Egor and we have Surab here live, so I will invite you guys to jump into the screen for the Q&A session. So welcome Surab and welcome Egor. Officially the Chief Administrative Officer and CTO, right? Chief Technology Officer of XDAO.
Yes, correct.
Welcome,
Hello.
guys. There we can see you.
Thanks for inviting us.
Perfect. So we have open now the Q&A session. I'm going to repeat again how it works, just in case. So you guys can send your questions and we're going to select some of them. And I have also eventually have here around Nico Arqueros, who eventually will be the one that is reading the questions. So we are going to wait a little longer to see what we can receive from the community.
Yeah, so we already have our first question. So if I have never created a DAO before, where can I learn how to do it on Milkomeda?
Okay, the best way to teach yourself on some skill is just to try to create a DAO. And the best way to interact with our users is to create a user-friendly interface. But also we provide some tutorials on YouTube. So we created video tutorials. We also created some text tutorials in our documentation. But it's just straightforward. You only need 30 seconds to create a DAO. Just choose a name, choose a symbol, set up partners and shares, and set up a quorum, and you're in the game. So you can use tutorials, or you can just go to website xdao.app and create your DAO by connecting the wallet.
So if you need some more information about creating a DAO, you should just visit our website docs.xdao.app and find the section how to create a DAO. Also, while you're using our XDAO application, you can see the small tips and just press these buttons and go to read and to see YouTube tutorials how to do this or that. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Let's see if we have any other questions. Let's see. Okay, so the next question, is there a maximum number of people who can join one of the DAOs that you have created using XDAO?
Okay, when we talk about a number of members in a DAO, let's talk about the number of holders of USDC token. So how much users can hold USDC token? Near infinite number, 10 to the power of 80. So this is much more than our universe, much more than Milky Way and Andromeda, and more than Milkomeda in the future. And the same number holds for a DAO from the technical side. So the same number as holds shares of your DAO, the same number can interact with your DAO, and we call these people as members of this DAO. Also, we provide two types of tokens, governance token and liquidity provider token. If you're a manager and if you're a vote in a DAO, you just hold this governance token. You can't pretend for money of this DAO. You're just a manager. If you're an investor, you can provide your liquidity and receive a liquidity provider token, something like crypto share from this DAO. And you're able to be an investor of this DAO. And the possible number of DAO users is unlimited.
Cool. And also, maybe to clarify, do I need to create a DAO and put all the members? I can add members along the way.
Yes. If you have a Bitcoin, for example, you can hold Bitcoin, you can transfer Bitcoin to your friends, and you can increase the number of holders of this coin. The same holds for DAO tokens. When you create a DAO, you can set up partners and shares. And when you invite your friend to this DAO, you need to pass a quorum. You need to create a voting, pass a quorum. You need to gain some accepts from your partners, and you are able to invite new friends in your DAO. The same holds for removing partners from the DAO.
Yeah, and one more clarification, GT tokens, governance tokens, they're not
transferable.
Yeah, they're not transferable. So to transfer a token to another person, you should first reach a quorum, vote, execute it, and only in that case you can transfer a token to another partner. Yeah, but if you own LP tokens and you bought these LP tokens, they're fully transferable. You can list them on decentralized exchange, or you can sell it in any other way. So it's up to you.
Okay, and maybe that connects pretty well with the next question, which is, can I use my existing community token for voting in my DAO, or I'm not required to create a new one?
First of all, when you have a token, maybe you have a lot of holders, and you don't want to create an executable voting. So you don't want to execute this voting on chain because you can't control the process if you have a lot of holders of your token. So you can create an SL in a DAO, and you can provide a way for your community just to vote without any execution. And also, if you want to execute a voting, we strictly recommend you to use our setup with a governance token, because it's something like soul bound. So you can't you can transfer it. We are beating this double spending problem and other things. You are able to, but we don't recommend to do it.
But for community voting without on-chain execution, this is a perfect solution. If you have a token, you can provide a way to vote with it.
Yeah, thank you guys. I think we don't have any other questions. Let's give it a moment. I think someone is raising his hand, but is it possible that you could type your question so I can read it? Okay, so the next question. What is the plan of action, if any, in the event of a bad actor in the DAO arises?
First of all, you can't execute arbitrary transaction from the DAO side without reaching a quorum. If you have a quorum, for example, as 51%, you need to have more than a half of bad actors in your DAO. And there is nothing to do with it. If you have a lot of bad actors, you can't defend this process. But if you have one bad actor that proposes you a scam transaction, for example, he wants to transfer all the money to his personal wallet, you can just not vote in this voting. You don't have to provide a vote for every voting created on a DAO. But also, if you are invited in a new DAO that is a bad, that is scam DAO, if you are transferred your money to this DAO, if you're an investor of this DAO, what can you do? You have an LP token, you cannot vote, but you want to get your money back from this DAO. And this concept is called like rage quit in other DAO builders. We just call it LP burning process. So you can burn your shares, LP tokens, you will get rid of them, but you will receive a proportional amount of money from the DAO side. So you always, even you don't have a voting right, can exit a DAO with your money, or maybe with your profits, if a DAO raised some profits from the market.
Also, if you are a governance token holder and you see some bad actors in your DAO, you can initiate a voting and burn governance tokens from this bad actor, and then just execute to reach a quorum and kick him off.
Perfect. And also, as we know, like blockchains, like DAOs, they protect against bad actors. So it's expected that sometimes they're going to show up, but it's not going to be a problem until like they are like a big number, like you guys explained. Thank you, guys.